When the Landbouweekblad crowned this young Stellenbosch graduate with one of winemaking's top awards, the whole nation won. The journey began with a Zululand schoolgirl whose talent for science was noticed.
Ntsiki, how does a black woman from KZN, like yourself, get into winemaking?
I was recruited from high school and I got a scholarship to study winemaking. And it was an opportunity really that came and I grabbed it.
How did you know that winemaking would end up being your thing?
I applied for a part-time job as a student at Delheim Wines, and then I worked there literally from my first year till I graduated. And that's where I learned to taste wine, different kinds of wines, and then that's where I fell in love with wine.
Did anyone help you along the journey?
Here at Stellekaya, Dave Lelo has been very instrumental in terms of helping me through the journey as a winemaker and also as a business person.
Stellekaya, what does that mean? Is that Stellenbosch and home?
No, actually Stellekaya means home of the stars. Stella is stars in Italian and Kaya is home in isiZulu or isiXhosa. Dave is Italian, so he uses his Italian roots and South African roots.
Dave Lelo builds Ntsiki's confidence and she rewards him with prize-winning vintages.
Now that I know a little bit about Stellekaya, I'd assume that you're the Stella and Ntsiki's the Kaya.
That's correct, and this is our Kaya where we make our wine.
How did your paths meet?
We met around about 12 years ago. My journey had started about 6 years before that. When living in Johannesburg, I attended the Cape Wine Academy and did a number of wine appreciation courses and decided that I wanted to make wine. But I really believe that I arrived once Ntsiki walked in for an interview as my winemaker. The passion that she had in her eyes and the sparkle when we talked about the red wines was fantastic. Stellekaya is more than just home of the stars. Stellekaya is really about excellence in red wine. So when we talk about Stella, we talk about trying to go as high as we can and as far as we can with the red wines.
Were there any challenges in Ntsiki in trying to pursue being the first black winemaker in the country?
The wine industry actually has been known to be dominated by white people, and also it's guys mostly who are winemakers. And people will come in there looking for a winemaker, and when I appear they'll go, no, but we're talking about the winemaker.
But Ntsiki's having the last laugh. Dave has nurtured her talent and they're proud of their achievement together.
Ntsiki's been doing this craft for 12 years now. We've won numerous awards. We are distributed in 8 countries around the world.
Was Ntsiki the right choice?
It was a fantastic decision. I think that as a partnership, we work very well together.
And it is important that as we work together, our passion shows through when we talk to the client about our wines. So it's one of those where you say the proof is always in the pudding.
I can't wait to try that pudding.
Enjoying the rare honor of being invited to be a guest winemaker in the home of Bordeaux wines in France, Ntsiki is also bringing a new generation into the industry, like her protege, Sanelisiwe Damawe.
That is actually a big part of my life, that I believe that I'm here because somebody helped to get me to where I am. It is important for me to do the same. Hence, I'm involved with the Pinotage Youth Development Academy. I've got actually one of the students who graduated last year, Sanelisiwe. She graduated last year and then she joined us at Stellekaya.
What has Ntsiki been like as a mentor?
When I first saw Ntsiki, I was like so inspired. Back then, I didn't know anything about wine, but then now I have a passion about wine just because of her.
Aww.
Ntsiki was raised by her grandmother and got her grounding stirring traditional Zulu beer for hours on end. Years later, her gran tasted her first wine and seemed unsure, but on a second tasting, she was very impressed, as was the whole wine industry.
So Lorna, this is the same actually Cabernet that we went to in the vineyards this morning, but now this is a 2012 vintage, and it's been now in the barrels since June 2012, and it's ready now for bottling. And for a good wine, it should give you different characters. As you go into the glass, you pick up something different. It shouldn't just give you one thing. So you'll pick up a hint of mintiness, and there's some dark chocolate, and it gives you those layers of different fruits on the nose. And this is a very complex wine, and it will be served beautifully with a hearty meal on a winter's day. It's scrumptious. This is the moment where I can say, cheers.